Oh shit, I was muted. Hello, fellow Fortnite gamers. Hello and welcome to Logo Fortnite. My name is Cookie, and today we're going to debate Steven Universe yet again. Today I woke up very early in the morning and got back to sleep, and then woke up again at like 2 p.m. So I am completely out of it today. Today went by too fast. I went to the grocery store, I got pizza, and eating pizza exhausted me. And I'm sitting here like catching my breath like, I'm getting sick, and eating pizza is so hard. I just can't handle it. I just can't handle it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna cope. And I'm like catching my breath and mouth breathing all day, and I'm like, oh, it's because of the pizza. The pizza is making me fucked up. So anyway, today is also going to be an exercise stream because I'm at my standing desk, and I am, as you can see, I am bobbing up and down from fucking pedaling on the pedals on my step machine. I'm at my standing desk with a $50 step machine I bought online. I was like, oh my god, I can fit that underneath my standing desk. So I'm going to try to stand and exercise today. This is really, this is going to be a mouth breathing stream. I'm sorry. I'm exercising today. It's a mouth breathing stream. I'm told you should breathe through your, should breathe. Yeah, I got the pizza sweats. I feel like, oh my god. I feel like I got the pizza sweats. I don't know. I heard you're not supposed to breathe through your mouth. You really should be breathing through your nose. Ugh. Snip. Ugh. So maybe I'll try to not have a mouth breathing stream. I'm gonna try. Today might be a real sniffy stream. Okay. Let us debate Steven Universe. I personally think Steven is a motherfucker, and I think we should feed him to Zeus.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Hi, Galerius.
Who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine? Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and
what if I disrespected the gods a little, as a treat?
All right, friend, suit yourself.
I know what I'm doing.
Don't do anything too reckless till you've spoken with Magistrate Sentius in his villa down there. See you around.
I got an achievement for talking to him like that. Achievement unlocked. Skip this city tour. I don't really remember. I realized I gotta be playing, if the longer I take breaks from this game, the harder it is gonna be for me to get back to it and remember what's going on. So we're just debating Steven Universe again, as a treat. Hello, my name is Steven, and I'm the center of the universe. And this is how we can deduce that Steven is an egotistical asshole of a level not seen since Timmy Turner! You are dead. I love getting treated. I love treats. I love getting treated as a treat. Is this Rome? Oh, did you not see this game yesterday? Timmy was a serial killer. Can we subjugate the Gauls? Oh my god. So, okay. So the plot of this game so far is we're in a time loop. So, somebody named Karen, Karen, who is reluctant to tell us that her name was Karen, found us on the course of the river Tibes. Is Julius Caesar here? What's the opportunity for war crimes? Well, you see, we're found near an ancient little archaeological place along the river Tibby. We fell into Karen asked us, "Hey, you washed up here, and I pulled you out of the river. So, like, could you help me find my friend who got lost in that cave over there, who was looking for some ancient ruins, and he hasn't come back in a while." So you go looking for him, and you find out he hanged himself. He said that he's been in this area, he's been in this civilization for centuries, and he could not escape. So he died. And you come here, and you find out that this place is like you are a person from like the modern era, and you went back in time. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
So this is the first guy you meet when you go to the ancient place here. And you find out they have this thing called the Golden Rule. And they say that anybody in this city, if one of them sins, then the whole city is killed. They're turned to golden statues. Some people believe in it, and some people don't. Hi, I'm Cookie. So this game's funny.
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see.
So our goal, apparently this game has multiple endings. Our goal is to escape back home, is our main goal. And to do that...
Of course. All right.
So if we listen to this guy, we go to the mayor of the town, and the mayor tells us that he basically prayed to Persephone, or whatever the Roman version of Persephone is. I don't know. For help. Because he figured there'd be a day that would come where somebody breaks the golden rule. And then we show up, and he's like, "Oh, so my prayers brought you here. There's a ritual I found to summon you again. In order to free you, we need to find out who's gonna break the golden rule." Okay, yeah. So it's a mystery game. Yeah. And if somebody does break the golden rule, or like you break the golden rule, or like you steal something, then everybody dies, and it repeats. It's a time loop. So I have multiple main goals and leads here of things to do, but really there's so many people to talk to that, like, I'm just sort of hanging out first. I'm not following any main goal yet. Also, there's a political intrigue.
Whatever.
Because somebody wants to be a new mayor, and he wants to overthrow the golden rule. I have to wonder what happens if I just wait it out. If I just wait till the next day. Whoa! Did you look at me? Did you fucking look at me when you're taking a shit? Always remember they're watching. Oh god, that's scary. Almost had orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Oh my god. Holy shit. I wasn't expecting to hear that. Damn, Theo. So yeah, we're in Rome. A small stick with a sponge attached. This must be what the Romans used instead of toilet paper. It appears to be for communal use. Best put this back immediately. Oh god. Taking a shit with the boys. Me and my besties taking a shit. Oh, I got money. And it seems that everyone here has also washed up upon a river and ended up here. But everyone else who has washed up on a river and ended up here did so from the Roman Empire. Whereas I came from present time. I'm locking myself in. Don't follow me. Nothing good will come of it. So there's a lot of people like... So every conversation in this game is like talking with... It's like talking in real life. All right. I don't know what to do. I'm going to run around a bit. Oh, it's you again.
You have to do something.
Oh, maybe I'll die to this guy again.
Real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
Do not go in there.
What? Why?
Just trust me, I have a bad feeling about it.
All right, fine.
Last time she ran into the shrine and the shrine collapsed on top of her. Warning, shrine may collapse at any moment. You can just walk in there and die too. Oh. Oh my god, that's so funny. They just let you do that. Oh my god. Oh, they did a quick save. That's nice. Let's see if we can deal with this guy, who's going to accuse me of being Christian.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus.
Hi, Ari.
Known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
Hi, home. It doesn't matter what I say, you're gonna try to kill me anyway. Oh! I know he goes by Mamalius now. Also, nobody in the city has guns, or weapons, period. So, this guy showing up with a bow is scary. What if I didn't know he went by Malleus now. That option wasn't there before. I didn't know he did that. I don't remember. Maybe I read that, but I didn't. Hi, home. I'm Astra. Teehee.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
I wonder what'll happen. I'm gonna follow him. That's scary. This game used to be a Skyrim mod. And then they made it its own game. It'd be funny if he killed the first person he saw. Oh, I've never met this guy before.
Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
Dacius nuts.
You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. Alright. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha.
The many shall suffer for the sin.
Uh-oh, besties! Here, let's load the last save. I want to see what happens. What if I lie to him?
Stop right there.
Oh! I could tell him to go to the shrine that collapses.
Thank you. For your
Oh!
service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
So he's trying so he thinks everyone in this city is a Christian, aka a cultist. And he has a grudge with somebody who is running for mayor. That's interesting.
Curse you, cultist.
That didn't count as a sin? That didn't count as a sin. Emperor Nero has ordered the execution of a cultist named Quintitius with different colored eyes. All loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tibius Quintitius Crispus, a citizen of the Aventine district of Rome. He's about 40 to 50 years old. He's average height, average build, has dark hair and one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven, has a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusion of grandeur. He had one coin on him. Okay. We can Skyrim now. Oh, I can't pick up the bow after I launch it. That's sad. Yeah, I could go talk to,
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying.
yeah?
Idea how you managed
Did
to
you
get
know-
your hands on it, especially in the light of our
Oh, you didn't notice?
bang, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
No lie. The statues come to life and fire golden bow arrows at them.
And here I was thinking I was the only one to figure it out. In any case, supposedly one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand,
And yet,
a bit of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg, with the ability to transmute organic matter matter into gold. One could create infinite wealth. Use your
I already found an infinite money glitch, dude.
animals, insects, trees, and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I think the golden youth is meant to be a cautionary tale. That sounds grossly unethical.
Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
I'm interested.
So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now,
I have a feeling the gods won't like that.
but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Not really.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and equivalent
Oh.
golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you know what.
Golden rule.
Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade.
Everybody wants to get around the golden rule.
And there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Why? Well, you can't do it yourself because you don't have any bow.
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger? Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal. So, are you in, partner?
I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner. If you don't like action or horror elements, feel free to decline.
Wonderful. If
Interesting.
you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment.
I like horror elements. How is this going to become horror? Holy shit.
Leaf bow. Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Wow, I have a lot of different paths here. There are a lot of different options here. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just talking to everybody and seeing all their motives. I don't really have to do any one of them at a time. May the gods never watch over you.
You again. Whatever.
I like you, Rufus, even if you don't like me. Oh, this is the shrine. I wish you could... Oh, the door locked behind me? You really think if I extinguish this, the god will not see me? I don't like the way these statues are looking. How am I supposed to swap the bow? Swap out the fake gold for the real, fake bow for the real one. I've been feeling if I shoot it by accident, it's gonna break. Do I have to get up there? Do I have to stand on one of these? This is also extra funny because I took the thief backstory. Oh, I got it. The braziers lit themselves. The door is still locked. I don't like how many flies are up there.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow? Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
You locked me in here?
A little bit slow, aren't you? Yes, I locked you in, and until you give me my bow, you're gonna stay in there, like Tantalus in Tartarus.
Oh, you asshole. How is this not against the golden rule? You said you split the riches between the two of us.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
How can I trust you after you double-crossed me like
You're
this?
just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
Even if I gave it to you, you'd probably just leave me in here.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out how many it takes to kill a woman, shall we?
Interesting. Oh, I just turned it to gold. Oh, shit. This bow actually does turn things to gold. That's crazy. Whoa, this is really pretty. The algae? Am I supposed to turn the algae to gold? Talked about turning plants to gold. Wow. I locked you in a room. That's a saw-ass trap. Let's play a game. You're in a room with a hornet's nest. And I've legally changed your name to Nicolas Cage.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together,
No!
you'll understand what I've done and why I...
This is the way out?
The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, In the hallway to the bathhouse. My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day,
Whoops.
when we're
I
finally
accidentally put it
together,
down.
you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The other...
Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. So as I walked right past her, I heard that strange whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that, even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman, trapped within the golden prison. Naturally, I told the others when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was on that day, my love, that my heart broke. Huh. Oh! She died over here. She died trying to escape. Those are bones. Is this rope? Can I use it to get out? Oh, I'm climbing it. Ah! Hi. They say that she escaped, or she disappeared. I can't tell if she died. Was that her balls? Ah! I can't walk on that. Jumping puzzles? This game rocks.
My beloved Galatea, I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you.
So she found the secret.
At the beginning, soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor lined with golden statues, I thought I heard a whisper behind me. A rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her...
Oh, autosave.
I heard that strange whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison. Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full...
Can't open any of these doors.
Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
Oh! Ah! Said thank you? Hold the fuck on. I need to turn on my crosshair. Okay, it works. What is Princess Diana doing? Thank you. I can kick it? Now this is gaming. That got me fucking good. Shit! What the fuck are these zombies? They're giving me tons of arrows. Wait, is this?
You're not supposed to be here.
Why? This... Oh my god, she keeps turning to look at me when I'm not looking at her. This is the person who's running for magistrate? I'm in his house, right? Unless this is someplace else. Is this a different palace? It looks like the same. Get Skyrim'd, idiot. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Why are they but bones? Okay, the climbing in this game's a little silly, but it works out. Who's out there? I don't like that. You have a weapon? Hi, Sammy! A lot has happened in a very short amount of time. So remember that guy who was sent, the guy who was sent to kill, who killed me, who showed up with the bow and arrow last stream. So this time, I talked to him, and I sent him, and they gave me an option to say, oh, I know the guy you're looking for. He's in that shrine over there, the shrine that collapsed. So then he walked into the shrine, and it collapsed. And then I got that bow from him, and the dude walked up to me and says that, I heard there is a god with a golden bow. What if we swapped your bow there for her bow? We'll think of it like a trade. So, because I think I heard that bow could turn things to gold. So I walked in, and and he locks the door behind me and says, have you got the golden bow yet? Pass it under the door, and I will unlock the door. And you're like, no, why are you trapping me? This is fucked up. And he's like, well, if you don't give me the bow, you will notice that the shrine has angry bees. And I would hate for anything to happen to you. But then it turns out this bow actually does turn things to gold, and I escaped. And I am currently in the process of escaping. And there are zombies now. And I have no idea what's going on. Princess Diana? Dionysus? These nuts? Seems like there are two ways to go. Oh, this way is just backwards. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that could have been another way to get up here. Okay, I see. There's only one way to go. Okay. Yeah, we got fucking skeletons. We got zombies. Fuck you. They're giving me way more arrows than I need, which is confusing me. Well, that didn't work. Oh, I see. They're thanking me for turning them to gold, which is confusing to me. Bro, you're the law now. I am the law. Give me your money. Don't fuck with me. Key to the palace doors. Let's take that.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them.
Oh, did she try to save them and that's why they're zombies?
Of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue.
I thought it was about philosophy too, but I guess this is the Skyrim of philosophy.
Galatea had come to life. It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
You tried to resurrect the dead, the cursed by the gods. You tried to free them. Oh, it looks like this custom-made rack has been used to hold down golden statues and peel the golden layer from them. She took the skin from them. Surgical tools? There's blood? Blood and gold? Oh! Oh! Ah! Ah! You tried to peel the skin from them? You thought peeling the skin from the golden statues would free them? You just made them gold skeletons that can run and jump scare me. Ah! You scared me. Get donked, idiot. Booty blasted, let's go. Gotcha. Ah! Oh, gotcha. Yeesh. Sheesh, sheesh. Can I get in there? No. That's funny. Let's go. Onward. Oh, I shot him with an arrow. I shot his butt with an arrow. Don't worry about it. I simply blasted the skeleton. Ha! They give you tons of arrows because they don't want to get you stuck here. That's why. I'd probably do that too. Is this it? Is this the end of the road? This is just a circle. Oh. Can I climb up? Interesting. Ha! Gotcha. They're saying kill me. Oh my god.
Make it stop.
Ah!
Kill us.
Oh, the subtitles call them peeled statues. Oh my god.
Kill us.
You tried to save them, but you doomed them. The curse from the gods is too strong. Oh, I'm supposed to go up here. Ooh. skeletons. Whoa! The music stopped. Donk. Okay.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Fortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken. Undeterred, I pressed on, working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength in those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
Oh! Whoops. Oh! Be gone! God, she really did peel them, huh? Oh! I missed. Oh! Oh! Ha! Why are they aggressive? That's what makes me wonder, especially because they're thanking me for killing them. Why would they kill me? Are they gonna turn me to gold too? Ooh. Ah! Boom. Don't look at me. When I show up to the lecture 15 minutes late with Starbucks. Oh, that's scary. Oh! Oh my god! Is this the same person? Did you say behind you? Ha! It's you! You must be Navia.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
Oh! Good luck with that, draw golden bow. If you attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve.
Bruh, I didn't do anything. This has nothing to do with me.
I locked and barred the gate. I left a message warning you all to leave me alone. I just wanted to do my experiments in peace for her. And now look at her. You made me turn the most beautiful woman I've ever seen into this. Look at her. She's in agony.
I didn't make you do anything!
To spend my last moments with her, to see her beautiful face, to hear her speak freely, instead of in those cryptic whispers. But as soon as I began my work, she stopped whispering to me. And now I discover she started whispering to you instead.
That's why?
What's special about you?
She's been whispering to me through all the other statues? It's just been her? Wait, it's not just this statue whispering me. A lot of them do it, but it's always been the same voice.
What do you mean, the same voice?
It's like someone else is whispering to me through the statues.
Yes. I remember when they used to whisper to me. They did sound similar. I just thought it was because all voices sound the same when they whisper. But now that I think about it, they were all benevolent and seemed to share a common knowledge.
Whoa!
But if these
Why?
bodies are mere conduits for that one voice, then this body is nobody. And everything I've done here was... Wait, I see what you're doing. You're trying to steal her away from me.
No!
Were you planning to wait?
Bro,
until I
literally just put the shit down.
then swoop in? Is that it?
No, I swear.
Liar! You tried to steal her away from me, and now look what you made me.
I didn't make you do anything!
Me one good reason why I shouldn't peel you too.
Oh, I ended up here by accident.
What are you talking about?
I got trapped in the tunnels under the city and came up here inside the palace.
So you're saying you weren't coming for us?
I never had any intention of hurting you.
This, I ruined her for nothing. What have I done? Oh God,
That's your problem, not mine!
I can't bear the thought of her being like this, and in so much pain. It's the air coming into contact with her flesh. It's agonizing for them.
Then why are you doing it?
The only way to fix it will be to break the golden rule and let it run its course. At least that way she'd be golden again, and we'd be together. All it would take is one little cut.
Bro, I have a bow that turns things... Wait, I can undo this.
There's nothing you can do.
Bro, I literally have a bow that can turn things into gold.
Sorry.
I can cover her in gold again.
How? Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Oh, okay. What do you think? Can I talk to you? I can't talk to you. I can't talk to any of you.
At least we'll all be golden together. You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you.
You redeemed 10 push-ups.
I swear
Oh my god.
I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything
All right,
I
10
can.
push-ups.
I fear
While
the
listening to
only
dialogue.
one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia. Now, please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa! Once. Push-ups. Body. Looking. Welcome to the push-up channel. This is an exercise stream.
Go, and never return.
Okay, I'm gonna save real quick.
At least we're all...
The many shall suffer.
Okay. I had a hunch that that wouldn't do anything. Fair enough. I had a small hunch that that wouldn't do anything.
Are you still here?
I'm trying to leave. I don't remember if I visited the Shrine of Apollo. I can't even talk to her. The button doesn't work. Oh, it saves. Saves to kill NPCs, yes. Oh my god, it's loading. Okay, it's not saving. It's just loading. You want to speak to me again? No. So then who's speaking to me? If there's like, if these metal statues are being, God, it's raising more questions. It's truly a mystery. Well, I can zipline ride this. Lead resolved, the gilding. Okay, I did save. So first thing I'm gonna do is just drop down here normally. Ow. She will guide you. I want to know if I can get back in there easily. Because I got a key. Huh. I guess not. Yeah. I had to do it, right? She's in love, and her love is driving her to horror. I had to do it, right? I had to give it a shot.
What secrets have you stolen from the gods?
I had to unite them in gold. Just for a moment. Okay. Key to the palace doors. Whoa! This is pretty cool. I don't think we've met.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cubulatus Decius won't give it to me.
Decius? I don't know any of these names.
She just slipped away.
What? I just got here!
She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally, I'd treat her with resin of Silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just
Oh my god.
to steal it from his stall. But there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath.
Huh? That snake?
Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that Silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out.
Don't worry. I think I have a beef with the same person too.
Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Damn. Sucks. Is this the Shrine of Apollo? Is that Apollo? Apollo these nuts? Yep, okay. So I have a key to something in here.
Golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Want to see a magic trick? Oh, that didn't work. Anyway.
May Apollo keep you safe.
So there's supposed to be a... It's key to the chest in the Shrine of Apollo. Where's the chest? Mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle haven't changed much in the last 2 millennia. Oh, is it this? Navia's treatment notes. Treatment notes. I was not expecting that to be the first line. Flatulence? Rhubarb? Ulcers. I don't know what that is. Stomach pain. Glucor. Rheumatism. Willow bark. Boils. Aloe. Can I take this? Yeah. Can I give this to you?
Feeling all right?
What's your story?
Patricia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up.
Fair.
My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer.
Ugh.
I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke, and the streets were full of people trampling each other. I ran for the river, like everyone else, and leapt in.
The river! Karen!
I remember
Karen!
waking up on a riverbank, not far from here. It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while
Fuck.
there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it. Oh, this shrine was in use as a clinic long before any of us arrived here. Kind of strange to set up a clinic in the temple of the god of disease. But the god who inflicts a curse is also the only god who can undo it. So I suppose praying to Apollo for healing kind of makes sense. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying. But I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since.
I apparently have the
She's
key,
been
but
gone
maybe
so
I
long.
can't
We
unlock
figured
it
she's either
till
dead or up to something so strange
we
that she
restart.
doesn't want anyone else to know about it.
I don't know.
But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain.
Well, I have notes about that.
I really shouldn't say. He wouldn't like it. And he's a little bit scary.
Is it
He's become so irritable that the smallest
Rufius?
thing set him off. And I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out. And you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive.
Well, I have notes that will help you.
Get into the palace.
Actually, I already figured out a treatment.
That's unexpected. But tell me, what is it?
Willow bark.
Willowback. I should have known. It was
Okay.
under my nose the whole time. That's very helpful. Thank you. If this works, it should settle Rufius down some.
Oh, I knew it!
I have some right here. Could you do me a favor and give him some of this? He'll just need to swallow a pinch of it. I'm hoping it will avert disaster.
I wonder what happens if I just do nothing for long enough. I haven't tried that yet.
Thank you. I'm really glad you arrived when you did.
My pleasure.
I wish. Some people here need proper medical care, not the half-baked, hanging by a thread excuse for treatment I'm giving them. Just don't get sick or injured here. I'll do my best to treat you, but I'm out of my depth and dangerously short on everything you can imagine.
Damn.
A A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it?
Decius.
Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands.
Can't remember everybody. Who is Decius again? I keep hearing the statues whispering. Is that normal?
Sure. What do you want to know?
You know her poisoner.
Hemlock, I believe.
Oh, wait. The other dude poisoned himself, and they mentioned Hemlock. He mentioned Hemlock. Wait, what? What's going on? What's going on here? What's going on here?
Do you really want to know? I mean, if somebody poisoned her, then surely they would have broken the golden rule, and so maybe it's best we don't discuss it.
No, she poisoned herself.
I haven't seen her in months. She's not allowed to leave Malleolas's villa, and they are quite secretive.
Huh? The guy jumped off the cliff into Melios's villa.
Gladly. All right. Well, thanks again for helping remove the thorn
What?
from the lion's paw.
What?
Please, smiles.
Something's going on here. I wish I could just give her the notes, you know? But whatever. Oh, it's getting towards knife time. Why is it all up to me? Stop grumbling.
You again. What business is that of yours? Willow bark. And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again. I owe you one. Meliodas. Fine. Meliodas. Fine. So you...
Cool. I helped him. I don't know what that's going to do for me, but maybe that will make him like me more. I probably could have given that to him at the beginning of a different playthrough.
May Apollo keep you safe.
I guess she's got to figure out what to do with the dead body.
Shiny.
Who are you? Oh, it's you. What's up?
You took care of him?
He had a tragic accident in that shrine.
Accident? So, it's over? Oh God, it's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
No, lie. If I said yes, I'd be committing to murder.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Lucky guess.
Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
What's your story?
There's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
Bread is great. An honorable job.
I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me. A fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked.
Damn.
And they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air.
Did you die and fall in a river?
After about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
Oh my god.
It's nice of you to say, but you should save your sympathy. Lots of people here need it more than I do. What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave?
I've been here quite long enough, thank you.
Delirious works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes. And
Have I met
these
Georgius?
old walls don't fall down around us.
Virgil.
Well, he does his best.
Virgil.
Saying, there are worse
Devil May
places
Cry.
you could live out your days. Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
Well, you were pretty upset
Thanks.
a while
I
ago
like
about
your
the golden
teeth.
rule.
They're so white. And your clothes. Ooh, I bet my friend Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the golden rule with you too. He'll be just
Why?
across the forum in his shop. What? Good Pete, my friend. Well, I'm just saying. Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
What happened to me?
Thanks again.
Did I die tragically, then fall into a river?
Our problem. I won't forget.
Loaf of bread. I can just take these? Wait, it didn't say steal. It's just letting me take the bread. I've never seen bread tied with a rope before. Yeah, she's nice. I'm glad we didn't send her into the shrine this time.
Salve.
Look at all this bread. So that's what bread looked like way back then, huh? That's how they made it. That's how it's styled. Interesting. I wonder why they shaped it like that.
Greetings and salutations.
Hi.
Greetings. I'm
Oh,
George.
hi. You're George.
It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary.
Why, thank you.
Place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part
This
of
is the only person who gets me. The only person who gets me. You know I have good fashion sense. Oh my god. My nation doesn't exist yet. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world. You'd never believe me if I told you.
I'm more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends.
Wow, he gets me.
Much time here to get to know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What's your story?
My story? How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum. A good question. A very good
These are the two best
and I'd
NPCs.
be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
You don't remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success.
Did you get drunk and fall in a river?
Villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time,
You got drunk and fell in the river! By the Tiber!
void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
Sounds like you overdid it.
Of course. In any case, it seems to be rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger.
Was her name Karen?
To find firewood for his campfire,
Oh, him!
across a cave, and discover
I didn't catch his name. What was his name?
here I am.
What was his name? That could be very important. Fuck. Fuck.
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and... I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the golden rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best.
Whoops.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
He gets it. He gets it.
Anything you like.
He gets it.
Shh! Not so loud. What are you playing at? Have you not been told about the last attempt? Oh, then I suppose this duty falls. Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural, and scaling the chasm wall is out of the question. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
They have. I am getting to that.
Oh!
There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so I say it is best to not even discuss it aloud. Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate. Have you not heard the tale of the god Hades?
Hades? Hades? Is that a Supergiant game reference? Huh?
And imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth, so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks, and the
We're discussing the lore of Supergiant Games' Hades.
until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The golden rule has merely brought it into focus. If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing." It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I've seen it happen.
The voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Very good.
That, my friend, is quite the
Who are you gonna vote for?
After some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way. Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Thank you, Georgius. What was it? F5 is a quick save? There we go. I could steal $127 from him. That hardly seems worth it. What's going on? I haven't been paying attention. We've just been talking to people, chatting it up.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Thank you.
Hello again, my... I hope...
Thank you, George. Oh, that door's locked. We're just dropping Tilted Towers. We're dropping with John Wick, you know. I wonder if shooting the assassin with the golden bow will count as doing shit. Oh, they're chatting.
Just follow the recipe. It's dead simple.
And yet, you managed to elevate it to an art form somehow.
You old flatterer. What are you like?
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. Interesting. Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here? And did you happen to catch her name?
Karen.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood? Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths. But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Okay. I didn't know there was a dedicated follow button. That's funny.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
I am following you from a I am respectfully following you from 30 meters away. Respectfully following you from 30 meters away. Oh, this is the baths. I didn't think I was able to go in here. Who's whispering to me? I thought it was many voices too, but it is just one person. That's scary. The statues really all do turn their heads when you walk by. They are always looking at you. You can hear them. You can hear the sound of them moving. My FOV is high enough that I can see them move. Yeah, that one didn't move. That one moved. Scary. Whoa, pretty. Swim. I am under the water. What's up? What's going on in the bath?
Right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. Do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was Charon.
I fucking said! I knew it!
The ferryman of the dead.
We knew it! We did it! Karen! It's Karen!
Helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx.
We're dead!
Separates the land of the living.
We're dead!
The dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change.
Huh?
Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I take it you know what this means. I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense.
We're in hell!
His last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps
we're punished for being Catholic!
Remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the
really?
god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches.
Oh.
It's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions. So, I'll try.
Pluto is Hades, is the Roman version of Hades. So we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry.
Karen!
I'm forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories.
I played Supergiant games! I know these stories!
Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead, meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river.
Karen!
It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
I'm happy for you, Ari. Friends and I spammed fart sounds with the soundboard, haven't laughed this hard in ages. Flatulence. Why didn't you all recognize Karen immediately? Like I did?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kirti. And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kamut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Karen! Karen! The memes. The memes.
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Were all our coins stolen? Was all our money stolen? Like, what were the backstories? What were the different backstories? We had thief. We had archaeologist, which could be a thief. What were the other backstories? I'm gonna Google them real quick. What was the name? What's the fucking name? The Forgotten City backstories. Archaeologist, soldier, fugitive, and amnesiac. So fugitive and archaeologist both could have stolen things. So maybe the money in their pocket was stolen. Soldier, you start with a gun. You could say a soldier takes lives. I don't know how else maybe you would construe that. An amnesiac. What was the descriptions for that? The Forgotten City background descriptions. I'm not sure. Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you. Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Interesting. Okay, they said this game has multiple endings, so they're kind of telling me the multiple endings. Why can't we escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried. All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril. Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't...
Is that a boss fight I smell?
I suspect the answer lies
Thank you,
in the
Equidia.
desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again. It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome.
Slapped my mic for a
Of course,
second.
they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
The mystery plaque has the Five Nights at Freddy's logo on it.
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, and there's only one group of people. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course.
Oh!
They've been known to start fires.
Oh boy!
Religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year.
We need to find the Christians.
But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city.
Huh?
If you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque. I don't know. But perhaps
Georges! Georges can help us with the Greek
our
plaque.
Egyptian resident will be able to tell us.
Kabash? Have I met him?
He
Oh, no.
disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her. I'm afraid you're on your own with that one. As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, it's said, the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That's fucked up.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor?
The statues!
Put that aside for a moment.
The statues!
There's also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels? Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again...
Well, everyone looks at me like I'm crazy.
I think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's funny that this... I could have deduced this very early into the game. Like, I could have had this conversation very early in the game. I just did everything else before coming here. All you have to do is talk to at least 3 different NPCs and then talk to her. Oh my god.
Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself.
Maybe?
If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out? Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might...
Well, she wants me to do something first.
All right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone.
If she wants to betray Hades Pluto.
For as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone. In any case, time may fortuna... Ave... Certain... May...
Okay. Karen! Karen! Damn, who wants to smoke weed in the Roman bathhouse? I wonder what drugs they took at the Roman bathhouse. I wonder what kinds of fucked up they got out in these by these marble pillars. Wade against the current. I can use my... Yo, the flashlight is waterproof. Let's go. The statue whispered behind you like it was really trying to protect me. So the woman it was talking to first, I forget her name already. Maybe they were trying to, the voices were trying to get her to help her escape, but instead she fell in love with the statues and it drove her mad. I don't know. Drove her towards violence. Don't look at me. I hear you.
Ixion turns. Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world. But it does... Then...
It's quick save. Okay, saving.
Just as the ocean, but it doesn't... Say it. Speak its name. Then it is true. I was right. I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
So that's what you've been doing.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse.
You've been reciting it for a while.
Path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, The shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, and still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should rest.
Wow. Wait, I have a question, leader guy. Did he have kids in here, or did his kids die along with him? The leader here, the leader guy, has 2 kids. One of the kids has vanished somehow. Supposedly, she escaped. And the other kid is that woman who was an asshole in the very beginning of the game. Who was like, what are you doing here? Oh, they were... This was written in the toilet place, too. Oh my god. So they were naturally born in the underworld? That's actually a good question.
Citizen.
I assume they must have all died together. Just like me, for real. Decius, I haven't met you before. I don't think. Wait, no, it's you.
Oh,
fuck you.
Hello there, partner. I'm glad you're here. I think there might have been some confusion about my little practical joke earlier. You see, my plan was to give you a little fright. You know, like 2 friends joking around at the Saturnalia, and then, surprise, I'd open the door. But when I opened it, you were gone. Partner, I swear, this is just a misunderstanding. Look, why don't you keep our bow as compensation? Fine, fine. It's a credit to you that you're able to see the humour in all of this. Now, can I help you with something? Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it.
Huh?
Hear what? You sure you're feeling all right? She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something... Very well.
How much money do I have? Oh, I have 5,000. I've been farming money.
Back again. Terrible shame. Certainly.
I've been fucking farming. I know the infinite money glitch.
Oh, you have it.
Fuck you.
Pleasure doing business.
I have the infinite money glitch. It's very easy and accessible. I can get as much money as I want whenever I want. I have infinite money. What do you have? I don't need infinite money. I don't need your promises. This is the guy who locked me in that area with all the statues that were trying to kill me. This guy was like, you should steal the bow and then we'll have infinite money. And I'm like, I already have infinite money, so I don't need to do this, but I think it would be funny, so I'll listen to you. Especially because there was a little, like, notification bar on taking that quest that said, tip, don't accept if you don't want to deal with a horror sequence. And I was like, interesting. I would like to do that. And it was not very scary, but it jumped me like once.
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Rome.
Wait, I've already listened to this.
All the way, but a cat? No, too heavy. Of course I chose. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl, so...
Okay, I didn't hear this before, but he's an asshole.
Swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune.
We hate this guy. He died after his... He jumped after his money and then he died in the river. Okay.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back. And look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down... Some people here are a little... It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here.
I'm a little surprised so few people here... Well, I'm not that surprised, but I think it's interesting now to know that so few people here know that there are bones and flesh inside the statues.
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
That is the line everybody says. Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have protecting us? So I'm assuming that he and his kids all died at the same time. But if maybe he did have kids in the underworld. That'd be scary. Why do they keep saying that? They keep saying that because it's a talking point. It's a political talking point being spread by the person by Malleus. Malleus keeps saying that. That's his motto. Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? That's just his voting motto. That's just his line. That's how he's trying to convince everybody. That's his motto.
Not going to happen. Very well.
Don't fucking look at me. You even notice that? The only way out is whoever wrote this was interrupted, perhaps tragically. I like how it puts this filter over when you pause the game.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Salve.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
Citizen.
How's it going?
I saw you slide down that rope before. Very impressive. And strange, too, since that device you used is exactly the same as one I've been working on for weeks. There I was, thinking I'd invented it. Anyway, I'm sorry to ask, but is there any chance you'd be willing to do me a favor?
What do you need?
Well, I've been trying to get...
As we talk sideways like this.
Rock spire in the middle of the lake. It's too steep to climb, so I hung a rope over the lake and made this pulley device, only
Oh, you want a flower on top of the river? Okay.
Do you think you could use the device again and try to get that flower for me? Oh, thank you. It would help me a lot.
I should have asked why you want the flower. I didn't ask. I wanted to go back.
Degenerate mind.
You again.
Hey, I gave you medicine.
No idea what you're talking about. All right.
Oh, you know where the Roman plaque is. Interesting.
I think I have seen that plaque. Sorry I lied. Can't be too careful these days. Head into the caves behind the theater. Turn right again. Oh, and here. You'll need this key.
Interesting. Key to the secret shrine.
You didn't get that from me.
Okay.
So you're up.
Wow, I've done a lot in this playthrough.
To be tossed into the cavern.
So
Magistrate's orders.
exotic.
What is it, citizen?
What? The black backdrop?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties.
I love
I act as the
your
magistrate's
clothes.
right-hand man,
So
keeping an eye on his daughters.
exotic.
Daughter, I should say. And the others. And making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrival. I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl. And pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire.
Did everybody die in this fire?
Trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitor tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Centilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit. He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words.
Huh? Citizens, it's time. Oh. It's time for the election. I've never survived this long. First, I gotta do a little Fortnite action. I need to get this flower. Oh! Ah! It's gonna be faster to load than run back up. Not really. Oh my god! Okay, fuck this. Load. Whew. How many calories have I burned? 122 apparently. Fuck! I'm on my step machine today. I'm standing, I'm on my step machine. Fuck! Wow. You gotta get good timing on that. Fuck! Damn it! Oh, no! Oh. No! Bro, I'm about to meet Karen again, dying on, landing on this cliff. Fuck! It's kind of crazy how fast you have to be. They are not forgiving with this one. Pretty flower. Pretty flower obtained. Sup? Like I'm saving. I'm saving after getting that flower. You know it. Oh, that's Virgil. Hi, Virgil. Have I met you, Virgil? Virgil, have we met? I can't remember. Don't steal anything. Don't hurt anyone. Don't. Oh, you're busy. Wow, you're fucking running. Octavia?
Today is a sad day.
Why is it a sad day? Why are you running?
Salve, friend. It seems you've joined us at a very sad time.
Oh,
We lost a
Ulpius.
troubled young man today.
I know what happened.
But it doesn't do us any good to dwell. Welcome to life under the golden rule. It's a ghast. Ah, we've all. Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have, I couldn't in good. What you're doing is disgusting, and it's not going to work. Shame on you. Oh, so soon? What?
Wait, wait, what am I doing? Why were you running? Where did you go? Oh, it's right here. What do you know? I recognize this fucking fish.
What are you doing here? Please leave. I said please leave. You're trespassing.
Fine. Has everyone cast their vote?
The golden rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What the fuck?
I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
This is madness.
To fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her.
Wait, how is he gonna do the time loop if he's dead?
Doom us all.
Lies! It is time the golden rule was exposed for what it is. A children's
Unless he wins.
exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ah! Didn't have a chance. Oh, they're killing them. And then they're gonna kill me. Oh my god! What if I shoot them back? Nothing, okay. The many shall suffer. They're turning us to gold. Whoops. Ah, your bones.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
I'm Cookie, and I need you to take care of some things urgently.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Ruffius is becoming agitated because of his rheumatism, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it will calm him down. Oh my god, you can just tell him, you can just have him do some stuff for you? Oh, you can just have him speedrun some stuff for you? That's nice.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. Poor guy. My uncle was a victim at rheumatism's altar, and he ended up killing himself. Alright, got it. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Go! 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 That's awesome. I think that's funny. They let you speedrun this. Galerius, we also have a flower for you. We gotta give you the flower. You gotta know what it's for. I wonder if, like, it's gonna automatically count as done. I'm gonna try and follow him, see if he actually goes to the places and does the things.
Did you know I was headed in there?
No time to explain. Go!
All right, I'll be in my bakery.
Hey, Virgil.
Thank you,
How much
Galerius.
would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not...
Oh, he's doing it!
Why?
You know why.
He listens through their ears. Whose ears? Run, man, run!
Salve, Ruffius. I hear you've been suffering from rheumatism. Sorry to hear about that, friend.
What? My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God.
Nothing happened here.
Now, I've got to run. Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again. You'd never believe me if I told you.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus. Sisyphus was a Greek king.
I know this dude.
To think he could outsmart the gods. He was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over.
Fucked up.
Was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Bellides had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever.
I haven't heard that one.
On the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
At least you're not stuck. Go on.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, but you seem all right to me.
Well,
I'll tell you what. I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you, and you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in. Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
Wow.
I saw you slide down that rope before. Very impressive. And strange. Oh, of course. It's because I already gave it to you in a previous time loop, isn't it?
He gets it. He just gets it.
Do me a favor? Well, I've been trying to get do you really? You already have it? I picked it up in a previous loop, I suppose. It's gonna take me a while to get my head around that. This is going to make her so happy. Equitia. Now I just have to figure out how to give it to her.
Equitia? Oh! You like her? Wow.
And confess I've been madly in love with her since the moment we met. But on the other hand, I can't shake the feeling that the consequences could be terrible.
What's the worst that could happen?
Execution?
Oh!
Priestess, meaning she's taken a vow of chastity, the breaking of which would be an extremely serious affront to the gods and a capital offense. Even if she was just suspected of being unchaste, it could lead to her execution. Unchaste Vestals get buried alive. Oh, and I'd get flogged to death for good measure. But at the same time, she's just so kind and graceful, and I feel so much love for her that if I don't tell her, it'll burn a hole in my chest.
Interesting.
What to do? What do you think? What would you do?
What would I do if the threat was execution? I think you can admire her discreetly from afar. If you really love her, you need to get over her. I'm no relationship counselor. Figure it out on your own. I just don't know here. I really don't know here. Tell her how you feel.
Now that I hear you say that out loud, I hear how crazy it is. I think maybe I need to be a bit more cautious. What I need is a go-between. Someone who can tell her how I feel and find out how she feels without risking her life. What do you say? Do you think you could help me one more time? Wonderful! Now, all I need you to do is give her the flower and tell her it's from a secret admirer. Tell her I'll keep my distance and that I just want her to know that she's loved.
That's corny, but alright, I'll do it. That's sweet, I'll do it.
Come back as...
Oh my god. Okay, I was gonna end the stream soon because it's been 2 hours, but let's do this first.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Where is she?
How'd you do?
Citizen.
Where is she? She always ends up over here, but she walked from over here. What the fuck is this?
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
Oh, I forgot.
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right?
Was he a cannibal?
Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted.
Haunted?
There's spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway,
huh?
A few days later, he goes back in. So I go down after him, and hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal. What any sane person would have done.
One of the flayed people?
Sign at the door to warn the others. Well.
Oh my god, there's another side quest here. Fuck, this game has so many side quests. We've got a regular old dungeon down here. Fuck, I was just gonna go deliver the flower, and then I found a side quest. Okay. You need my help. Is that a code? I'll take it. Coin pouch. Money. This is a time loop. We got infinite money glitch. Don't even have to worry about it. First side quest, then sleep. Money. Can I swim? First finish the game, then sleep. Smiles. No, that's not relevant. Oh, this is how... Oh, they tried to escape. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. We saw that from the other side earlier. It got out and ended up here. From the palace. Wait, this is the way I came in. Is there anything else down here besides that lunar pendant? They just told me the moon was relevant to one of the gods, but I already forget which. Can I climb up through here? No, don't think so. Find a creative way into the upper cistern? Well, I have a creative way. Fuck. Parkour! Parkour! Grr. Tiger. Lion. What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
You. Who are you? Did he send you?
I'm Cookie.
Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What's going on here?
I'm Centilla.
Oh!
Through the gate of Horn.
This is the daughter!
So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever. Or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
Selene, the Greek personification of the moon? Ah.
Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Holy shit!
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together. There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say? There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never. Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Wait. Selene? Centilla?
what did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
What are you doing here, Markiplier?
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al. Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next.
Fuck!
Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you're a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing.
Is this locked into one of the endings? Because he's not going to help me anymore, if that's the case.
And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just 4? Not many. But don't worry, I'm sure there'll be another useful idiot who comes along after you're dead. In any case, there's no escape for you except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it? Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely, to cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself? Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death by reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow? Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light,
Huh?
It's so bright.
Wait, am I turning to gold? I turned into a time paradox? We did a time paradox? We got to one of the endings by accident, it looks like.
Hi there. Give me
a bit of afraid. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
We did a time paradox by killing him? By him dying?
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law.
2,000 years ago?
The attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light. What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand. I'm sorry, come again? Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing, but I don't understand how I could have written it. I'm not following. So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this. I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. A lot to take in. Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
There are 4 different endings. This must be one of them. This is probably the easiest one to reach. At least this is my first one. This must be an ending. Karen? Where are you? Wait, where did he go too? Where did Al go?
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead, and I'll be there soon.
I saved a bunch so I can go back and do other endings too. Karen?
You're back. But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al? Ah, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait? I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people.
I'll do push-ups in a minute, Ari.
I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know? As you wish. You were murdered. You were falsely accused of a terrible crime, and fled into the wild to evade your accusers. On your final night, you were offered sanctuary in the cottage of a stranger who gave you food and money, including, by accident, a coin of ancient origin. Unfortunately, you were apprehended and attacked by authorities. Your host leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al.
Oh!
You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Karen's opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here. Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river. Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here. That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here, nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course. I see no point in keeping you here, but I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you. Or
Dear Cookie.
this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
I reached ending 2 of 4. How many might have survived if you confronted the god of the underworld? Tap escape to continue. All right. I can definitely see how there are more mysteries. I'm surprised that's only ending 1 of 3 of 4. Wow. That was good. You know, maybe we'll do one more stream of this to see how many endings we can get. Very good. This is a good game. It's such a funny little dialogue game. This is just like, oh my god. It's so funny. Like, this is just such a funny game to play. Just like in general. And this like really like somber outro music is really funny too, because I do not really feel somber about this game. It was fun and funny. Oh, I guess all the characters are gone. All the characters died and they're still trapped down there for forever or whatever. This is like a... They could have just done a visual novel. Of course, I missed the very end. Dang it. Don't worry, Astra. I think I'm going to stream this game again on Friday because there are 4 endings and we got ending number 2. Before I end the stream, I want to see where it takes my save file, because I want to try a different ending. I want to see how far back I can go. I want to just try something real quick. I just want to try something real quick. I just wanna try something real quick. Just, you know, something small real quick. You know, just something really small. I want to see if something happens. I'm just curious.
Thank you.
Oh, wrong way.
Thank you. I am delighted and...
So you survived the system. Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get caught.
On your best behavior,
It's really funny that that's not guarded more securely.
We're finally alone. I assume... We have? I must have Is that about? Seems rather... Thank you. Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina...
No!
The crux to illustrate. When the golden... If you managed to... The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If either of...
So if I killed you, everyone would die and I'd return to my original timeline with no way back.
Indeed.
I might need to rethink this.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. Funny you should... I was just reading an old tab. It described an event about and murdered a local magistrate. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and apparently, as the citizens screamed and died... God, So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this. I guess. So what you're really saying is to let... I can't see how... It seems like we're both gonna die here.
Oh. Seems like we're both gonna die here.
A mistake? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. And it's only a matter of time before we join them.
Oh, he's
I guess
mad.
all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius, multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay, so that's the first ending. Okay. 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 The many shall suffer the sins of the one. Okay. Okay, that was funny. Okay. All right, let's end the stream there. That was good. All right, we'll see how we can get we'll see if we can get the last two endings on Friday. Oopsie. We created a time paradox and doomed us all. Ha ha ha. Such is life. And then you blow up, and then you turn to gold, and then you blow up. Well, I will just say good night then. And this game was fun. It's nice to just like play a little relaxing game every so often and just laugh. Just laugh. Say ha ha ha. Ho 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 ho. I have little further commentary. Game was fun and goofy. I enjoy the little mystery. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Happy 12:30 a.m. I will chat with you later. Thanks for coming. It was fun. Fun stream. Fun Wednesday stream. Fun Wednesday stream. Fun Wednesday stream. Fun Wednesday stream. All right. Have a good night. Farewell. Sleep well. Bye-bye. Among Us.